guys, what is going on? It is Zippy. Welcome to today's video. Now, as you can clearly tell from what I've just been doing, today's video is a little bit different, a little bit of something new. I'm going to be quite frank with you. I've half given up on my matchday vlogs. I'm sick of them. I'm tired of them now. I'm bored. It's no longer fun, and I just want to enjoy the game sometimes. I might still do one of the Rovers game in a few weeks on the 11th of Jan, but I don't know. And if we do get to Wembley, I'm definitely recording that. There's no way I'm not. But in the meantime, whilst I still dream of Wembley, I don't dream of what you've just seen me play here. Now, as I have not really shied away from in previous years, I am a music fan. I am a drummer. What you just saw then was me just playing random things that I just thought of. The first little bit you saw was of me playing a song called All Out Life by Slipknot. The first little groove you saw me playing then when I was doing the blast beats, and that was the tempo from All Out Life, and there was that, and then the rest of it was just random crap I made up. Some of it was inspired by a Beartooth song called Disease, which I've really fallen in love with lately. But today's video is basically, I'm starting to branch out a little bit. I want to do more on music than on football, being a musician, being that music is what I want to do with my life. So I thought today I'd bring you into my little space. I had to prop you up against the wall then because I didn't have anything else. I brought you into my little space, the little pod that is in my back garden, where I have all my kit, my actual drums and all the cymbals and all this, and all my bags over there, spare stool and everything, amps, all the even a spare drum head actually from when I had to replace my snare. But literally today's video is literally just going to be me doing a few grooves and showing you some of the showing you what I have in terms of drums and in terms of cymbals, and just showing you basically my gear that I actually have. So without further ado, we'll get into this. The first thing I want to do is, I know a lot of people who actually did subscribe to my channel originally won't be interested in half of this shit, but I am, and I want to do it, so I'm going to do it. It's my channel, I don't care. So first off is my sticks. By the way, just quickly, and this is going to be fairly obvious, but I'll just point this out. I'm not endorsed by anyone, so this is 100% my opinion, which will make it easier for anyone who is buying drums for the first time, is looking to go into it. This is purely my opinion on some of the best stuff. Don't want to do that. So these are my sticks. They are Vic Firth 8DNs. The N standing for nylon, as they're just nylon tipped. You can see there. I have. Hold on. Sometimes, if you're not careful enough, which this has never actually happened to me before. This was a first for me. This happened. Half the nylon tip came off. Still works. Just sounds a bit shit. But yeah, I use 8Ds nylon tipped ones. The reason I use them is because they're very light, and I prefer light sticks to heavy sticks, because heavy sticks just feel like they're weighing me down, and they don't feel as nice in my hands. People have different preferences. Although one of my mates has been trying to get me onto the 7As. For ages, but I used to use 7s back when I first started playing drums. I used to use 7s and 5s, which are different variations of sticks. The 7s are the 7s are basically these, just a bit thicker, and the 5s are much thicker versions of this. So but these are my sticks. These are Vic Firth 8DNs, and I'm going to shut up because I've been talking for almost 2 minutes about drumsticks.
Oh wait, and when you know it, that's actually the boring bit over with. So, I will move on to my drums. I'm just going to put a stick down there, just leave it there. So I'm going to move on to the drums. Now my kit is a Mapex Mars. You can see the Mapex logo there. It is a Mars Bone White, one of the big beat ones. It's a 1 up, 2 down system, so I've got 1 tom here, 2 down here, and I much prefer this. And to be honest, I don't mind having a tom here normally, but I do much prefer this setup because I can use my ride more crashy, and I like to do that. So on my toms, I have this was done by the guy. When I bought this kit, he actually said, if you get this particular kit in this particular color, I'll change the heads for you for free. So that's kind of why I went with this, but also it is a very nice sounding kit, and I'll show you in a minute. But so on my toms, I've got Aquarian Super 2 as the heads. They sound so nice, honestly. There's little bits of moon gel there as well, but they sound so nice. So just listen to this. This is I think this is a 12-inch tom. Normally you can have like, I think you can have 8-inch, 10-inch. Normally this one would be here, but obviously I've not got that. But it's there instead. So this is the 12-inch tom. It's such a nice little sound. Like if I zoom out, I've got the new 11 as well, so I can do this now. This is so much better. Right, so yeah, just sounds so nice. This is the 14-inch tom. And the 18-inch tom. Now my snare is a little bit different. I'll zoom back in. It's a Remo head on my snare. I did have the standard one, but hold on, let me get it, because I did have the standard head before I did this to it and kind of like went through it, because I broke a set of sticks and I had no 8D ends left, so I had to switch to my 5s for a bit, and because of how heavy it was, I don't know whether you can see, but it's just kind of gone through the snare a little bit there. It's just like a little tear, so it's now basically unusable. Let's see if I can just put it back in there. So when I was at the drum show a few months ago in Manchester, I decided to buy a new head. I was going to wait because I'm not great at tuning, but my friends, two of my mates, have actually helped me to tune this, because this is actually my first acoustic kit. So this is my snare. This is the Mapex Mars snare. It is a 14 by 6.5. This is a 14-inch Emperor vintage coated drum head, and it's got such a deep tone, and I love it. So just listen to this. Hold on. I don't know whether it's coming through my, because I'm obviously wearing my headphones. I don't know whether it's coming through my headphone mic, so I'll just move it closer to the drum if I can. And I love the sound of that. It's so nice. So that is my main drums, and then obviously my bass drum. My bass drum is I'm not sure what it is. I think it's like a 22-inch bass drum. It's quite a big one, but it has such a nice sound. I've got a little double bass pedal there, which I'll come to in a minute. It's just, oh, it's gorgeous. Just quickly on my double bass pedal, you can see it says Iron Cobra. If I just zoom in there, it's a Tama. So it's a Tama product, and I love it. And if you are a drummer, you'll notice I've got these the other way around. It's just because I prefer it. It's a punchier sound. A lot of drummers actually do this. I know my mate, a really good friend of mine, has them like this, and it's so much of a punchier sound than with the foam beaters, so it's so much nicer. So obviously the racks here are all Mapex stuff because they came with the kit, apart from this one. This one's a separate one that I bought when I bought this cymbal about a month or two ago. But we're going to move on to the cymbals. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because of this. So this is, so my hats, these, my crash and my ride are Paiste PST7s. If I just, you can see there, it's PST7. I've got 14-inch hats, 16-inch crash, 20-inch ride. This ride is also very, very crashable, and I'll come to that in a minute. First things first. I love the sound of this hat. It's so bright, it's so pleasant. It's just, oh, I love this hat. I really do. This crash, again, very bright tone. I know one of my really good friends, same guy who has his bass drum beaters like that, he just recently bought I've had this for just over a year, just getting on for about a year. He just recently bought the Heavy Crash, same crash, same make, same model, just a heavy one, so it sounds a bit darker. And this sounds very bright, so just have a listen. And it sounds very nice. I'll be going on about this for 2 minutes. I don't know how bored people are getting. Moving on to my ride, I'll come to this cymbal in a second. Just have a listen to this. This is the Paiste PST7 20-inch ride. This is the 16-inch crash and 14-inch hats. This is the ride. This is the way it crashes. That actually, for a ride, that's actually really good. A lot of them are very clangy. This and a dark tone. It sounds amazing. And actually, I really love. These are great cymbals if you're just getting into it. The sevens, and if you're doing pub gigs, because they are not hugely expensive. I think for the 3 of these, it was probably about 200 to 300 quid, which is actually good money for cymbals, and especially cymbals that sound like this. They're really nice, and I really do like these cymbals. They're great for style ones, and this is great as an intermediary kit. If you're doing pub gigs, this setup in general is great. They have a nice sound, nice tones, and it's ideal. And then moving on to this crash here. Now, as you can quite clearly tell, it's not a Paiste PST7. However, it is a Zoltan. I don't know. Hold on. It is a Zoltan Q. It's an 18-inch crash, and the tones on this are exactly what I wanted when I was going for an 18-inch crash. So just have a listen. Absolutely gorgeous. I am still looking to build this kit, by the way. Hopefully within the coming weeks I'll be getting a PST7 China up here, and then 2 Paiste PST5s, an 8-inch splash and a 10-inch splash, and I may even end up using my electric kit, which you guys have seen in the past, and like innovating it onto this set. That is my kit though. So I'm now actually filming in 4K. Right, well, that is my kit. I'll probably just do a groove or 2 now, just to show you what it's like. This is the Mapex Mars kit. It is such a nice kit. It was about 600 quid, which this is supposedly an intermediary kit. That's actually dirt cheap for an intermediary kit. Intermediary kits cost somewhere like $1,000. My friend's got a Tama Superstar there, $1,000. Nice kits, but they're $1,000 for the same stuff you can get with this. Apart from the fact you get 2 toms up here and only 1 tom down there. But it is this kit, for starters, but for people who are just starting up, this is a great kit because it sounds nice, you get the right heads on it. It is a lovely, lovely kit. A good friend of mine also owns this kit, but in a Nightwood, so it's like black, and it's just got a great tone. And these kits are really nice. I don't know whether you noticed, actually, my tom, the way it's propped up, I used to have it really weirdly, like it used to like fold in, it used to face that wall almost, because I couldn't figure out how to do it, and then obviously a mate came around and helped me fix that. But yeah, that is my kit, that is my sticks, that is my general gear. You can see the bags behind me. That's not massively exciting, but yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I will leave you with a few clips of me just playing some grooves, and yeah, thank you guys very much for watching this video. I will see you guys there. Goodbye.